To explore this data of cars in SQL, and as this is I am going to use SQL Server Management Studio. Just like the previous video, we will import the data. I have already imported the data. The difference here is data is in CSV format, and in the last video it was in Excel format. So either you can save the data in Excel format, or you can use flat file source in import export while importing, and then edit mappings. So this is the data now, as I have already imported. Let's see. Also in columns you can see column name and its data type. As we can see here, the data will be here. So let's first of all let's see that let's order the data by kilometers driven, and let's see which car was driven most. So as we can see, Activa 3G was the car which was driven most. So now let's see the car having maximum selling price. Here let's execute. So as we can see, Fortuner is the car having maximum selling price. I mean, among all the cars. Here I have used some which summed and we used group by car. So if a car is sold 3 4 times, so it combines its total selling price and it order it descendingly. So we can see Fortuner is the car having most selling price. Let's explore more. So here I have used car name here and maximum of selling price. So in 2003, and we have ordered by year. So ascendingly we will see which car, I mean all the cars which were sold in the year, and it is ordered by uh, maximum of selling price, which will be descendingly. So SX4 gave more returns than 800, and only two cars were sold in 2003. And similar way other data. Now let's see how many cars the data. Let's see count of cars by fuel type. So here again we have used count to count the number of cars, and as we used count we had to use group by fuel type. So CNG cars were 2, diesel cars were 60, petrol cars were 239. Now another thing in the data is if the data is duplicate. So we can see here two entries are there which are same. Ideally data should not be deleted, so we will not be deleting the data, but we can see so Ertiga has two entries and Fortuner has two entries. So this entire transaction is written 2 times. And how we used, so we used written in CTE, and we used row number to rank them. So if we So here everything is not common. So we used rank function to rank each row, and we partition it by everything. So if everything is same, then it will give rank 1, 2, 3 like that. So that's how we got rank 2. So two rows are there which are duplicate. We can present price and selling price. So we can see there is increase. This is there. So the not a single car's valuation has been down. All cars are costlier now. We can see this. Let's see the car name Activa 3G was the car which was mostly driven with, and where the initially this is where we found it. Use subquery to find the same thing. Similarly, we will find second max. So here I have used not equal to. You can use minus also. And same thing, we can use CT like this, where we use the row number. Here we will use rank, range rank. Here we have used range rank function. Rank function should also work here. And then we have ordered it by kilometers driven, and where rank is 2. So if we just execute this, we can see ranks. So all are descendingly arranged. And so second is Sonda Charisma, which should be the answer. Yes. Let's see example of case when. So transmission when manual is there, we have given in 1. Otherwise, if it is automatic, then 2. Otherwise, it's uh, just as it is. So this is I mean, this is just for an example. Here it's not that required. Let's see the year. So here we have used group by year. So let's see the year where number of cars were sold. So 2015 was the year where maximum number of cars were sold, and 2018 only one. Let's see which year brought most revenue. 2015 brought most revenue, and 61 cars were sold, and as expected, it has brought more revenue. In 2016, 2017 brought more, and while the cars were sold more in 2014. So pricing is also yes. So inflation. how much years were passed into table and add column, then we can add this column as well. So if we need more information or something, so here we have used minus, so it will give 2023 minus this year, so 9 years old data, 10 years old data, right? Then if we use like operator, see, so this Cias will match in car name, and then we will take car name and fuel type. So Cias, we can see run on both petrol and as well as diesel. And lastly, you can see, so I only modified this. So we can see Cias has 4 cars which ran on diesel and 5 cars which ran on petrol. Now we can use Azure Data Studio to see some visuals of the same queries which we wrote. So this query I have it ran. Here we can see it in a better way. So 2015, 61 cars were sold, 2014, 650. So this way. If we want to learn what is Azure Data Studio, the connections and all, so there is already a previous video. I'll share the link in the description. So that's it for now. Well, you can play more with this data and explore more. This was just basic data.